Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to channel. Another day, another video. And in the previous video we finished our Firebase CRUD. We finished with the Firestore database. We saw how we can add data, create data, update data and delete data. So now in this video we'll start with Firebase storage. How can we upload files, how can we delete files, then after uploading how can we show the files in our application. Okay, so we'll demonstrate that using images, and here on the screen, so that I can select files, I have used my device here, my own physical device here, so that I can screencast it here and there is no problem in picking up files and all. Okay, so firstly let's get started and we'll import two packages here before I run my application, and the two packages will be image picker and the second one will be Firebase storage. So we are importing the storage package to access the Firebase storage thing, and the image picker so that we can pick up images, single image or multiple images from our application. Okay, and also one more thing before I start running the application, in your Android folder go to app, then source, then main, and then in the Android manifest file make sure that you have added this line read external storage, that our application uses permission of reading the external storage so that we can tab into the gallery and all to select our images. Okay, so make sure that you have enabled this in your Android manifest file. We'll close this and now we'll get the dependencies. Pub.get is done, and now I'll run my application so that all the packages and the changes which I made in the core files are already integrated and we do not need to rerun the application from cold start. So till the time we'll go to our console in Firebase and I'll tell you some things to be done there. So we go to console, storage, and now here I have already done my setup, but when you will open this for the first time you will see get started button here. So just click on there and it will create all the setup for you automatically. Just make sure that you have to go to rules when you get your setup from the Firebase, and in the rules you have to make changes. This if shall be false in your Firebase, you have to change this false to true, like I have done it right here. Okay, if you do not change it to true, then you won't be able to upload and read files. Okay, so make sure that you change it to true, right? So we'll close this. Okay, so now the app is up and running, you can see on the screen, and this is all the previous data which I had added for testing. Okay, so now firstly to upload the files, we'll be uploading images here. Okay, we need a button to add images, right? So in our add file, we'll go to the add file, and above the add to Firebase button we will add a new button, and that button will say pick images. Okay, so this is our add button, this text button. I'll minimize the code for that, and above it in a row I will add the code for picking images. So this is the code in a row. Main axis will be center. It will have children, which is a text button, just a single button, so we can remove the row budget also, no need. Okay, style will be background color I have set to blue 200. Alignment will be center, and on press function here will be image picker method, which we will create just in a second, and the child will be a sized box with a height of 40 and a width of 70.w. Now this 70.w is coming from sizer package which I'm using, and this package is simply meaning that 70% of the width of the complete screen. Okay, and the child will be a center text widget which says pick images. Okay, and we'll just leave the style one. So now we have to make the function which will tap into the phone's storage and then pick images from there and then upload it to Firebase. Okay, so now let's go to the top where we add all the functions here. So now firstly we need some variables which will hold our data. Okay, we have a bunch of them. We come here and I'll paste all the variables. Okay, many are here. So firstly it's a list of X files okay, and the name is images. This variable will hold all the paths for our images. Okay, for this I will import the image picker, and then final image picker equal to image picker. Here we are initializing our package, okay, and then a list of strings which contains the download URLs. So what happens is that when we upload the files to the Firebase storage, it will give us back the URL through which we can access the file. Okay, so all the URLs will be stored in this list, and then this another URLs list, I'll tell you its purpose later on. And then is loading right now. So basically when the images are being uploaded, at that time we need to tell the user that he has to wait so the process can be completed, and that time we will set this is loading to true. So now upload item will be 0 as of now, and then upload task we have. All of these variables have some or the other use which we will know further in the video. So firstly, after the variables, we will make the image picker method. This is the code for image picker method. It will be of type future, name will be image picker method, okay, and a type async. We are not using await keyword anywhere here, but the function needs async keyword. So firstly we are making a variable with the name of pick, and that is await, and here we are using our image picker initializer which we made here, and we are telling it to pick multiple images. So if the user holds the button, then it will hold on the image, then it will take multiple, and if he simple clicks on the image, then it will take only one image. So now after the picking is done, then we have to set state, and if the picking is not equal to null, it means that if the user has made some selections of the images, then the variable images will have a value of equal to pick. So this pick is basically storing the path of the images from our internal storage. So if the image is equal to null, then else we have to show a snack bar which says no file is selected. So I'll just write this function of show snack bar. I'll put it up there, show snack bar. Okay, so now let's save the code. Okay, somehow the connection is lost. I'll have to rerun the application. Okay, so I had to restart my application from cold because my phone lost the connection with the laptop. Okay, and I did not make any changes in the code. We'll go to our add screen, and from the code which we wrote with the image picker method and the button we added, we can see this pick images button right here, and if we click on it, then it takes us to the gallery and all the images can be seen here. Okay, so I'll close that right now. We do not need that. So moving forward, now we need to make some changes in our add function right here, this object which we made. Okay, we'll remove this from here, the complete code. We'll remove this and we'll add it below this dispose. So what I'll do is I'll remove this on exception thing. We do not need that right now. That is gone. And then the try block also, we do not need that also. So now in the upload function, we will make a new document basically. Okay, and the name will be images. No, okay, image let's say, and the value will be URLs. The variable which we made up there, that will be its value. And along with that, this won't be an object anymore. This will be a future of type void. To remove this error of using our widget.id, we will take this collection reference, remove it from here, and add it inside our future function. Okay, this was the change to be done in the add functionality. Now moving forward, firstly let's just take this dispose thing and move it up. It's intruding within our code, right? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now image picker method is done. Now second function to be made is upload file function. Okay, so in the image picker method, we made a function which will take images from the user, and now we need to write another function which the name is upload file, and the work of this upload file is to upload the files as it says to the Firebase. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are making a variable image id, and basically we are naming it that when it will upload to the storage, so what name do we have to give it to the file. So the most convenient thing is to write the date, currently the date and the time right now. Okay, so we are tapping into the date time dot now, and we are putting it accurate up to milliseconds, so that if we are uploading multiple images at the same time, so not two images are getting the same name. Okay, because that will create an error. So milliseconds, okay, so milliseconds since epoch dot toString, that will be the name of our image id. Okay, and then we create the reference will be Firebase storage, the package we are using, dot instance dot ref, and the child will be, basically I'm creating a folder here inside our storage, and the name of the folder is the user id of the user which is logged into our application, dot toString, and then inside we are making one more file, the file we are uploading, that name. So the name of the post, the file which we are uploading, will be post underscore the image id, this date time dot now function, that will be our name. So now upload task, the variable which we made right here, upload task variable, we are assigning it the value of reference dot put file. So within the reference, now we are putting the file, uploading the file. Okay, and within the put file, we have to pass the function of file, and images dot pass will be the value. Okay, so images is the variable it is getting from here, which will be the type of X file. Okay, and this file has an error here. It will ask you to import HTML library, the dart.html, but make sure to change it to IO instead of HTML. HTML is used for web, but here we are dealing with application, so it should be IO. IO is for input and output. Okay, so make sure to change that, else it will give you an error. Okay, so while the uploading task is being done, after the uploading task is complete, then we have to set state, and R is loading will become false. This is done, and now one more function to be added, which will be the upload function, and this function will call the upload file function finally. So now what we're doing here, that upload function, and this will take a list of images. Okay, list of X file, and the name will be images. This will be an async function like the previous one, and the set state will do first of all, and will notify the user by setting is loading equal to true. Okay, that when this function is called, firstly we'll set the is loading to true, because now the uploading is starting. So now firstly we have the for loop here. Here we are declaring a variable I, which is of type integer, equal to 0, and then the for loop we have here images dot length, because it is a list, and I plus plus by incrementing by 1. Okay, within the for loop we are creating a user of we are creating a variable with the name of image URL. So the value of this variable will be await, and we are uploading the file right now. So basically what is happening, that to assign the value of this variable, we are firstly uploading the file, and uploading the file will give us back the link, right? So this link we are getting here, image URL, the URL from the Firebase storage, and that URL is being added to the URL list which we made up, this variable list of string URLs. Okay, so this URLs is containing the URLs from the Firebase storage. Okay, so this is the code for that. And now when the add function is this one, this add function, when this add function is done, when complete, then we have to clear our URLs, then we have to clear our URL list, and set state will be equal to true. Okay, so I guess that was all in the uploading thing, that those three functions we have made, the upload file function, then the upload function, and then image picker method, and also some changes in our add functionality. Okay, so now come down where we actually call our function in the text button here. So now here we do not have to call our add function. This is not what we need. We will call within the set state our upload function and give it the image underscore image variable which we created along with the null check. Okay, the exclamation mark. So the upload function we are calling first of all, and the parameter it needs is list of type X file and the name images. Okay, so this argument we are passing down. So now let's just hot restart our application. Application is started. Okay, I'll click on the add button. We'll set this to false, and this shall be, let's say, I'll add some random value hello for example, and now I'll pick images. Let's say I picked this image for example, just a random image completely, and now I will add it to Firebase. Let's wait, and it says uploaded. Okay, so now this means that our file has been uploaded. Let's see, we'll go back to the console. Here you can see I will upload it again, and the latest file, last modified, we can see here 26th April right now when I'm recording the video. If I open this post, you can see this is the image which I uploaded, right? So image uploading is done. And now one more thing to be done is that in our scaffold, the body, we have to make some changes here also. We'll say that when is loading is true, then we have to display center widget, and the child will be circular progress indicator. And when it's not true, which means when is loading is false, then we will display our complete body. Okay, I'll mark this as constant. Hot reload. So now let's say hello 123. Okay, something is wrong. Yeah, this when add is complete, then it should be false, not true. We'll save that. Okay, we'll put it to true, and then let's say hello 123 is the value. We'll pick images, we'll pick, let's say, this one, and we'll add to Firebase. So now when I clicked add to Firebase, it is taking its time and showing the progress indicator, and now when the uploading is done, it says uploaded down, and we are back to our screen of adding. Okay, so now let's go back. So now we uploaded the images, and now we want to display them on the home screen. Okay, so now how we'll do that? That's the final step which we have to do. So now to display data, what we'll do is that firstly I'll minimize the code for this column, and in the row only I'll add the code for displaying images. Okay, this will be the code. So now let's get to the explaining of the code. We are using a sized box which has a width of 120, and then the child here is single child scroll view, because we have a list of images. Okay, and then the scroll direction I have set to axis.horizontal, so that it's a horizontal scroll and not a vertical scroll. And the child here is row, and because we are using horizontal scroll, then we have to use row widget. If we are using vertical scroll, then we'll have to use column widget. So here we are going for row and horizontal axis. Children will be a list dot generate. Okay, this will be our children here, and the list here will be store docs of variable I, and then the image thing we are tabbing into, and the length of that. Okay, this will be the length of the list, the number of items we are building. Okay, and so now for the builder, we are using a variable index, and then it will return us the widget of container which has height and width of 120, and then the decoration box, the decoration image we are adding, that will be the store docs I image and then the index of the image. Okay, so basically we are calling a network image here because the link is in the document which we added. Okay, let me show you that also. So now when I reloaded that, you can see all the images right here. So we added this text hello and this hello 1 2 3. Okay, these three other I added previously while making the code. Okay, so these are single images which I added, but the others are multiple. Okay, so you can actually scroll through them. When we go to Firestore database, this is the collection and we can pick up any of the documents. So now here you can see we have image as a field, and then it is an array of all the links which we are containing here, and these are the links of the images which we uploaded to the Firebase. Okay, so that's it. We did complete our target, right? We were able to do everything. We uploaded the data, the image, then we got the link we sent to the documents, and then we displayed that to our home screen. Okay, so one more change which we can do is that when you delete this document, one thing happens is that only the document is deleted, but the images are still there in the Firestore, which can take unnecessary space. So what we'll do is that we'll write a delete function which will delete also the files from the Firestore. Okay, so now how we do that? We'll go up to our delete function. This is it, the delete user function. We'll go here and we'll rewrite our delete user function. Okay, we have some changes in it. We'll remove this, and this is our new code. So firstly we'll import Firebase storage. Okay, and we'll change the variable name to small d for lower camel case. So this part is the same, but we are passing a list of URLs, the URLs of the images here. Okay, and we using a for loop, we are deleting one by one all the images, all the files from the Firestore. Okay, so every time the for loop runs, we are getting the reference from URL function and you passing the URL and then deleting the image. Okay, this is what we are doing, and down there we have to also give the argument for images. We'll copy this store docs and this ID will be changed to image. We'll hot reload. So now let's see, when we press delete here, it also deletes the images. Okay, it says deleted and the images are also deleted. Yeah, that's it for the video, and we did learn everything: uploading, then fetching the links, adding the links to documents, and when we display it for deleting also, we also have to delete the document in which our links were stored and also the file from the Firebase storage. Yeah, and that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe the channel and also press the bell icon because all of the Flutter updates are on this channel. Thank you so much guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep programming.
Sometimes I struggle in this place, been in circles several days, never knowing the right way. Yeah. Sometimes I struggle in this place.